This is week 30. I don't know, man. It's kind of late already, so I'm gonna move a little bit quicker than usual today. So we're not gonna make a full cook-up today. Instead, I want to talk about a beat that I made this week. It's pretty fire. The topic that I want to go into here is finding your own sound, okay? Most of us always want to sound like somebody, and sometimes we forget to make our own stuff, okay? In situations where you feel very inspired, you should make time to sit down and make that idea into a full beat, okay? So this is what I did on this one. I'm gonna go step by step here. I'm gonna explain you in detail how I made this beat. It's not really about the type of beat that I made here. It's more about how I made my own type of sound, you know, and there are actually some gems in here, I think. So I'm gonna play this beat for you real quick now, just so you get an idea what we're talking about. So I think you get the idea. I don't really know what type of beat this is. As I said, this is a crypto type beat, basically. The first thing that I had in my mind was this melody. That sound is from the Non-Stop Syrian Preset Bank, which I will release sometime in November. I don't really know when yet, but I'm gonna keep you updated on that. I don't know, I just had this melody in my head. I never make beats in like 160 BPM. The key is to just listen to your inner voice and do whatever your body or your whatever tells you, you know. For me, laying down the first layer is the most important thing, because everything I will do after laying down a good first layer will just come to me like that. I layered this pattern with another lead. It's a one shot from one of Mace's kids, and that sounds like this. No thought behind that. It just sounded good to me, so I laid it in here. I think we could break it down a little bit more. It's basically a 5-1 progression. 5-1. Yeah, that's very simple stuff. And the slide notes here are just to make it more interesting. This here is like a 1-5 progression, so you could say that this is going the other way around if you really want to analyze it. Okay, what's the next thing I added? I think the next thing that I added is a plug sound. This is basically just the exact pattern that we have here. So this is like the first layer that I made. One of the more important sounds is this E-piano. It's from Xenology. It's the Psycho EP. I used that a lot in West Coast beats, and I used it in this one as well. A tip that I can give you, sometimes when you think about beats in certain brackets or like you limit yourself to a certain genre, there you might find yourself not picking a sound because you think, oh no, I use that more for West Coast beats. This is not good for new jazz stuff. You should like play with all the influences that influence you and merge them into one genre, because this is like not a beat or a beat genre that I invented, you know. It's like a mixture of West Coast and a little bit of new jazz when you listen to the leads, and I just merged them, you know. The tip that I want to give you basically is cross boundaries and do whatever you feel like, you know, experiment. Next layer. This is just a accent, but it makes everything way more interesting. I'm just gonna play it on its own real quick. Yeah, it's also a one shot. You can make your one shots glide like that by clicking on the wrench tool here, putting the polyphony max to 1, and then you can play with the slide knob. Oh, you also have to activate Porter, and then you can just play around with this knob here, and if you increase it, it will glide a little bit slower, and if you put it will glide faster. There's one more layer in here, which in hindsight I don't really like too much, but actually it's kind of interesting. It's just a brass from Xenology. Very simple pattern. I don't know, with these... Oh, I forgot one of the most important things, okay? Listen to me. Search XT, free plugin, and there is this hugeness polysynth in here. It's like this 2000s hit kind of thing. It's so good, man. It takes this entire melody to a whole nother level. Yeah, it's just the root note on D6 and on D7. Very basic stuff on this one as well. By making something, or by trying to make something that's not already out there, you will find certain new techniques or sounds that you can use in other beats as well, you know? So this is also, you learn a lot from these sessions, you know? Of course, you probably want to push your type beat channel or like build a brand on a certain type of sound, but just take time to make a beat that is just for you. My brain is deep fried. Before we go on to the bass, we probably need to talk about some mixing stuff. Mostly it's just a little bit of delay, reverb. Actually, it's not that interesting. There's no thought behind that. I just did what sounded good to me. All I can say is that if you like this melody, the key is to use a lot of flanges or bit crushers, because that makes it sound a little bit more arcade-ish or cheaper, video game-ish. What I can also say is that the Black Hole reverb is on sale right now on Plugin Boutique. I really enjoy this one. It's basically my go-to reverb plugin. So check it out. It's on sale. It's pretty fire. If you want me to do a full mixing or effect tutorial, leave a comment. So this right here is the bass line. It's just the 808 pattern. I do not have any other bass lines in here. Very simple stuff. It's just the root note and the fifth. I just left a lot of space. I don't know why. It just sounded good to me. Oh, there actually is another 808 sound that I put in here. I just placed it on the fifth here at the end of the pattern. When you use two 808 one-shots, you want to come here to the wrench tool on the first 808, put it to cut itself. You just click on cut itself and it will cut itself. Then you go to the second 808 and you want to put it in the exact same cut group, and that will guarantee that the 808s won't overlap. So when this 808 plays here, it will cut this one off, you know. And then I just put down the drums, which are incredibly simple. What I will say, this crash cuts off whenever the MIDI basically stops playing. In order to get that effect, you will have to put the envelope to this exact shape. You will do that by pulling down the delay, the attack, pulling up the hold, and basically pulling down every other knob. And then you want to save that, and then you can just click on square in the future. So you won't have to make that shape every single time. That's a new feature in FL Studio. Another thing that I probably want to show you is that there are two different hi-hat patterns. One is basically meant to convey a more chill bounce, which is this one. And one is meant to pick it up, you know. Another thing that I just realized is leaving space in the drum pattern occasionally will give the entire thing way more bounce somehow. You see how this hi-hat pause really does something to the entire bounce? I don't know, man. I don't know how else to describe it. Okay, and that's basically the entire beat. I think there's not much more that we need to talk about. Thank you for staying until the end of this video. I hope you learned something from this. If you enjoyed the video, consider to leave it a like. And if you're not yet subscribed, subscribe to the channel, man. Weekly uploads on here. I appreciate you for following the journey, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay great.